Hello everybody, this is Greg, Energy Healer. This is a map of the entire world. Today I'm going to talk about something very interesting I think everyone's going to enjoy. And these are stuff that I've been putting together. And every time I get downloads or activations, I start to put everything together and try to figure out what's going on. And I got some important information about what is taking place at this moment. Okay, so what we have here is a map of the entire world. There's 13 gateways. So this has to do with the Earth's ley lines, energy grids. I like to call them like energy points, where it's all connected to Mother Earth. And they all play a very important part into what's taking place right now, where we're going from a third dimensional consciousness into a fifth dimensional consciousness. So the base, which is the first chakra, is Mount Shasta. It's very important. I'm going to talk a lot about Mount Shasta, and I'm also going to talk a lot about the 13th gateway, which is in Russia. And as you can see, something very deep is going on in Russia, right? The second chakra is in Peru, another important place. The seventh chakra is in Tibet, another important place. So all of these, Egypt is fifth. So all these places are sacred, important, and have heavy activities going on. And there's a reason for this. So if all these energy points are activated, we have what we call the new Earth, fifth dimension. And what's been going on in this planet is that they've been working to close these off or have it remain closed. Because as long as these points, energy points around the world are closed, we will be stuck in a three-dimensional matrix. And this is what the powers that be want. They want us to be stuck in this matrix connected to their timeline of artificial intelligence. Now, the way to do this is obviously to occupy these areas or put in influences where they can make sure that these places are closed. And ironically, a lot of these places have a lot of military activity, underground bases, governmental controls, places that you cannot even enter. For example, one of the most important ones, which is the foundation of this, is the first chakra, Mount Shasta. Now, Mount Shasta has many negative frequency beings underneath, as well as inner earth beings. So there's there's the positive and the negative, and they're both underneath. They've been battling for Mount Shasta for a very long time. And the reason is because it's so pivotal. It's so important through this whole system. And the energy is out of this world. I mean, I was recently in Mount Shasta, and it's out of this world, getting activations and everything. It is just beyond. And they've been fighting for this for a very long time, and there is so much activity going on. And the reason is because it's so important, right? It connects to many things. It's also connected to Lemuria. So is all these other points, which is Japan and the 11th gate as well. So, and the 10th gate, which is in Hawaii, also connected to Lemuria. So all these points play a very important part. So Mount Shasta has underneath dumps, which we call underground bases, and they've been controlling, the negative fraction has been controlling through this base for a very long time. Now it's getting cleaned up, and it looks to be that it's getting liberated. But remember, this is the first important thing that connects to all these earth grids, that without this, nothing's gonna work. Okay, just put it like that. Without this, nothing's gonna work. So that's why you see there is heavy activity here. Peru, number 2, also heavy activity. Sacred place. Many from Lemurian times transitions into Peru underground. Again, a lot of military activity here. A lot. There's places in Peru you're not even allowed to go into. And it's connected to those portals. So all these points are connected to portals that are connected to source. Okay, and these are all connected to Mother Earth. Just like how we have chakra systems, these are like kind of like the Earth chakra systems, right? And they're all connected to Source. So again, Peru, another heavy, deep military facilities, governmental facilities, again underneath. Even on with Peru, there's even on top places you're not allowed to go. Military is does not allow you to go, and it's because it's connected to that. Egypt, the fifth one, again, heavy, connected to Atlantean times, blocked off, it's closed off. There's big battle going on here too. England, again, another important point. You see how these countries or places are so important in this world? England has the banking system, right? They control it through the banking system. Australia, the third chakra, so important. So there's underground bases. It connects to Europe, going through the ocean. And you see what was going on in Australia, right? When this whole thing happened with the pandemic, that this big shutdown, right? They had this big shutdown, and people were not allowed to go anywhere, and people are having issues and problems, and they were trying to create this NWO through Australia. Like that was like one of the main points that they wanted to get. Again, you see how important it is, Australia? So all of these play that, like I said, an important role. And a lot of underground bases here as well, military activity in Australia. And this is getting liberated as well. And lately there was a lot of earth changes in Australia with the flooding and the shifting the grids, because there's a big battle going on here too. So there's multiple things taking place in Australia. So number 7, like I mentioned, Tibet sacred place, a lot going on underneath. There's a lot of inner earth beings that are in Tibet, connecting to the Tibet society, civilization on top, and they've been communicating back and forth. So Tibet, Mount Shasta, very connected to each other. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. So this is what I've been getting. Russia, the 13th gateway. So the 13th gateway is only open when the other two are healthy and activated. That's how it takes place. So Mount Shasta was the base. Our exit from the third dimension of consciousness is going to happen through Russia. Okay? This is why the Cabal has been working so extensively over time to take over Russia, because that's how they can close it. Because even if the base, which is Mount Shasta, is open, if the 13th gateway is closed, it really we cannot transition as a collective into the 5th dimensional consciousness. It's just not going to work. The 13th needs to be open as well. That's the final one. Once the 13 is open, they're all going to connect to each other, and you have the 5th dimensional Mother Earth, Gaia, and the 3D will basically fade away. Okay? And this is why right now you see what's going on in Russia. See, no matter what they tell you on the TV, it's not true. It's make-believe. It's a fairy tale. Okay? It's not true. They make up stories so they can basically control you through fear. You know, they will show you what's going on with, and it's always the same story. All the innocent people, all the innocent kids. And yes, it is true that there is innocent people that get in the way of these kind of things. But also understand that whatever is taking place, there's a bigger picture. Okay? And every soul that's here chooses to experience this in a certain way. Okay? So if we understand this, we will understand the games as well. We will understand the games that they play. So we won't be sucked into this fear thing and drama and like how everyone's panicking, chaos. Every time news comes out, people panic. Just like the pandemic, when news came out, people We're panicking, right? So know that they have been trying to control Russia for a very long time because it's very, very important. And there is a lot of beings in Russia that are the opposite of the Cabal that are trying to activate this, okay? And the New Earth, just like Edgar Casey has very interesting information on Russia, okay? If anyone wants to go look into Edgar Casey's information on Russia, it will make more sense. And Russia is basically going to be the place where the New Earth begins. It's gonna be the kickstart of the New Earth, because they're gonna be free from the Cabal, and then everything else is gonna trickle down, and all of these are gonna connect to each other. All the gateways, all the chakras, all the lines. It's all lines. It's all gonna connect to each other, and then we're gonna have fifth dimensional consciousness. Now, what happens? Okay. Now, what happens when all of these connect? This is when we're going to have a major shift. Okay, it's going to be an energetic shift, and everything's going to change. Everything. Okay, there's no point to be stuck in a way of living, thinking, lifestyle, because everything's going to change, and you're changing as it is right now. With all these energies that are coming in, you are already changing. You are upgrading. You are transforming. You are releasing, and it's very important to do the shadow work, because for us to open up all these energy points, we are the ones that are going to help with this, or are helping with this, is vibrating higher, in a higher vibration. The frequency, your frequency matters to this. If you want to liberate this area, for example, right, this frequency needs to be higher. If this frequency around this area is not, it's going to have problems. This is why they're battling here. This is why so much things are happening here. Because there's a battle going on. Battle. Everywhere there's a battle. Big battle. Big battle. Very big battle. Okay? One other thing about the fifth chakra, which is in Egypt, they closed this down during the Atlantean times, after the fall of Atlantean, so people can never activate or gain access to this. As you can see how important it is with the pyramids. All these play a specific role in Mother Earth and its whole ascension process. So know that whatever is taking place right now is bigger than what they tell you. It's deeper. It's all energy, okay? Everything that's happening here is based on energy. Okay? It's not a country versus a country. Okay? That's what the news is trying to tell you. That is one country defending or fighting another country or invading or whatever it may be. Right? It's deeper than that. It's much deeper than that. Okay? So it's an energetic thing. And this is what they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop the activation of this entire grid. And we, the people that have been here or are coming here with missions, are coming here to activate this. This is why we're also all spread out. You see how we're all spread out everywhere? We're not like in one place. It's because of this. We have to be spread out, and we chose to be spread out so we can activate these grids. And there's going to come a time after all these is activated where we all come together. But right now, you see, we're all spread out because we need to activate these grids. And there's people going around. A lot of people have missions where they get together in groups and they're going around and they're activating. This is what they're doing. So know that these activation points, right now, some of them have been liberated and some are almost being liberated. But here's the key thing. This is very interesting. We know we are very close with all of this. Completing all of this is because we got to here, which is Russia. The 13th gateway. That's how we know we're very close, because now they're working on this. See how this is playing a major role now. So we're getting very close. That shows we are very close to the shift into the fifth dimensional consciousness as a collective. Okay? Because people are shifting into the fifth dimensional consciousness. We're going in and out of dimensions. But we are very close to this. So just so you know, we are very close to the 5th dimensional consciousness. So in order to expedite this process, we need to let go of the fear, stop believing the media, and continue to shift. Okay, you have to continue to shift. Do not get distracted. It's all fear propaganda. It's not real. It's not true. Because people around these areas that are working, they know what's going on. It's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper than what the governments are going to tell you to. Okay? Now, why does the Cabal want the 13th as well? Again, is because if the Cabal can control the 13th and make sure it does not activate, it will close down all of it, or it will suspend it. It's kind of like creating a delay. So that's why they have to gain control of number 13. I've been getting a lot on number 13 as well too. 13, 13, and then I realized what it was the code for this. And I was getting it a couple months prior to this whole invasion. I was getting this number 13. And coincidence that it started happening in Russia. So the Cabal has been trying for a very long time to gain control, but they're having trouble. And they're not going to gain control. Just got confirmation right now again. They're not going to gain control of this. Huge confirmation coming through. And once this is fully activated from all of this, the game is over. And Mother Earth will go into her pristine, majestic 5-dimensional consciousness frequency. So we are working on all these points, and know that we are getting very close to all of this. And one other interesting thing is that if you look around these areas, that's where the ring of fire is at, and also very energetic high points. You see the volcanoes exploding. You're going to see more of this going on as well, because these gates are activating. Okay, all of this is activating. You're going to see, you're going to see turmoil, minor or major, around these areas. Okay, it's because it's activating. Just like in the collective, you see the light is pouring in. That's why chaos is happening. It's because it's activating. Okay, everything is activating. Everything, all of it, everything within. Coming within, projected without. And so just know that I needed to make this video. Very important for me, because I've been getting a lot of information about this. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you want more details or you want to talk about a specific point, let me know. If you have information on a specific point, I'll be more than willing to listen as well. But I'm just trying to get as much information as I can. But just know that we are getting very close. And once the 13th is activated, the whole world is going to shift. Okay? And this is very, very, very close. Very close. It's not you can't put a date on it because it's not date related, it's energy. So it depends on how close we get there, but just know that whatever is going on, work to transmute as much as you can. It's very important to do the shadow work. You have to do the shadow work. Everything is not love and light, okay? You have to transmute this, the trauma. And that's another thing how they do with this. It works in many ways, but what the Cabal is trying to do is trying to feed off your trauma, right? They start showing you stuff that's war trauma. It could be from past life trauma, that once you see war, you start having pain, anxiety, fear, and so forth. And what it's doing is it's actually unlocking this or going towards the other way. So we need to activate this, and that's through love. That's through higher vibration. Okay? So just know how important you play by being who you are and continue to shifting. If you want the new Earth, if you want 5D, you have to do the work. You cannot run away from this. Running is only delaying, okay? And the collective is delaying this, okay? It's because they keep running. They don't want to accept it. You want full disclosure? All this needs to be activated, okay? If you want full disclosure, all this needs to, and once all these are activated, full disclosure is going to come from all these points, from the pyramids, from Peru to Mount Shasta to Tibet and so forth. Because there's a lot of structures around here that's been hidden. And all this, once it's activated, is going to show up. It's going to show the collective, the truth, right? So just know that how important it is, like you being in this higher vibration. It's all connected to this, all of it, okay? So once again, I just wanted to show this video and show this board and make this video. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any interesting stories about any of these locations, also let me know. And if I get more information, because I'm continuously getting information, if I get more information about these locations and what's going on or how close we are to completing them, even though I know we're very close, but if I get information that we're very close, I will let you guys know, and maybe I make another video, maybe go into more details. We'll see what happens, but know that we are very close, and whatever is happening here, whatever you're hearing about this, is because we are very close. Okay? A lot of beings working here right now. Positive, light. Okay? Don't believe what's taking place. Okay? A lot. So I hope this video is very informative for you guys, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Take care and have a blessed day.